I was just 17 years old when my sister's friend walked into our house, and then he asked me, Esther, have you started praying to God about the blueprints of your life? Hello wonderful people, my name is Queen Esther Kings and welcome to my YouTube channel. So here we're going to be talking about interesting topics, and I'm sure that it is something that you would really want to follow. So wherever you are watching this from, I need you to subscribe and I need you to turn on your notifications so that each time I drop a video, you will be the first to be notified that a video has been dropped. So today we're going to be talking about something very significant that most people need to know about. And what is this thing? Blueprints. Blueprints is a manual or a guide that shows how something is built and how it works. So now every human being, every boy, every girl, every man, every woman that you meet has a blueprint for their lives. And now this is not the kind of blueprint architects use to show their buildings and their works. This is the kind of blueprint that God uses to direct us, that God uses to make sure that we are in alignment with His will for our lives. Most people move on with their lives without knowing what God is saying concerning their life and even their journey. But it is very, very important and significant that you know the blueprints of your life. I was just 17 years old when my sister's friend walked into our house, and then he asked me, Esther, have you started praying to God about the blueprints of your life? At first, I was blank because I didn't even understand what blueprint was at that time. And then he said to me, Esther, you need to start praying to God and, intentionally start asking God, what are the blueprints of my life? And since I was 17, I started making that prayer. I prayed for 1 week. I prayed and I fasted, asking God for the blueprints of my life. This is me that has been living the way I want to before. But immediately I started praying and asking God for direction. God started directing me. My dreams, words of prophecies, a lot of things started coming my way. And listen, if I did not make that step towards asking God, praying about it, up to today, I may not even know what God wants to do in my life. Because you see this thing they call blueprints, it works in seasons, and our blueprint evolves as time goes on. What God wants you to do in this particular season may not be what He wants you to do in the next season of your life. This is the reason why you must always pray and ask God, what do you want from me at this particular season of my life? What is the blueprints of this season that you are bringing me into? Don't say, no, I'm too young. I'm too young. I have a lot of time. You don't have much time. For every season you enter, God is expecting you to live in accordance to His will for you. For example, the same way the architects draw these things in order to, show the structural nature of their building, the details of their buildings. That is the same way God has the blueprint of your life. God has everything in His hands, and He's expecting you to ask Him for direction. God does not operate in the earth realm. It is us as human beings. We are the ones that will invite His presence. We are the ones that will ask Him. We are the ones that will, bring Him into our lives to start working for us. One thing you should know about God is that God does not force Himself on anybody. Once you are ready to transition, He is always there. But you will be the one to first make that step towards knowing what He wants for your life. I'm here to tell you that there is more to you than you can ever imagine. There is a particular beauty and nature of God that God has anointed just you to express here on earth. And if you are unable to express it, there will be lots of problems. There will be lots of things that will go wrong because you have refused to answer this call, because you have refused to know what He's doing in your life. That is how you give into a lot of distractions. Friends are distracting you. You find yourself in places that you shouldn't even be in the first place. Why? Because you lack the blueprint, and so you are not even in alignment with what God wants to do in your life. Most of the times you see that things are not going well, things are this, I'm confused. You have not taken your time to really ask God, what do you want from me at this point in my life? What are the blueprints of my life? You have to start praying intentionally and start asking God. Enough of living anyhow. You're not too young to start positioning yourself for greatness. You are not too young to start telling God, God, what do you want to do with me? I am ready. I am willing. I know that there is something special about me, but I don't know what that thing is. God, help me. You are not too young. Whether you are 15, 16, 17, 20, 30, there is still time. Start asking God what He wants to do in your life and start moving in alignment with what He wants to do. And God bless you all. Don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like, and don't forget to comment. Share this to your friends as well, and I will see you on my next video. God bless you. Mwah.